Hello? 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 I don't even know if my mic, if this is working. It is working. Excellent. Hi. You'll have to excuse me. I literally, and this is not me being like figurative and all that sort of jazz, literally pressed go live and my sister called. So it's like, okay, let's talk to my sister for 5 minutes. And I've not got stuff set up, but I did manage to start Mr. X. Obviously, I have managed to start the game. My fancy doodad pad thing isn't set up, but that's okay. I haven't even activated the controller. So I've been forced, literally forced, to use the mouse in game. So anyway, here we are. Hi. It is Saturday, the 30th of November, 2024. It is the last day of November for this year, at least. Next year will have its own last day of November, but that's not for another year. Excuse me, I'm just pouring some water. Yeah, so, and we are going to do doing what? This is episode 89. Lordy, episode 89. That means I've done at least 89 streams. It's more than that. It means I've done at least 89 Final Fantasy XIV streams. Again, it's more than that. Sorry, I'm just moving some stuff so I can set up the control-y pad. We are on patch 6.55, Growing Light Part 2. Now, this is only 3 quests. Sorry, let me get a cable. There we go. Yeah, so this is only 3 quests. If I remember rightly, they're fairly long, but they're not massively long, so this might only be a 2-hour stream. Boom, 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 boom. Right, what do we want? We want Chrome. Excuse me. Which computer is this? That one? No. Oh, you know what? I haven't even got the stuff, so I'm not doing that. We'll just have to have the. Oh, excuse me. We'll just have to have the low stream quality. Yeah. Okay. Right, what was I saying? Oh yeah, any news? Not really. I went to Juno on my other character, which was exciting. We did, what did we do? Juno the first walk? I died so often. I died so many times. I really need to practice my job. But yeah, very, very impressed. I started out as a Final Fantasy XI. My first MMO was Final Fantasy XI. So I was very excited by the idea of Final Fantasy XI coming in. I mean, there's no reason I couldn't go and play Final Fantasy XI, but it's been a while. And I don't think the server I was on when I left is still there anymore. Yeah, okay, right, I think let me just, we can. Alright, so, yeah, last 3. Let me write down the name of this. So in terms of stream, I'm thinking of adding a build stream back in. Let's start this, and then we can waffle later. When one door closes, Varshan has a message from Charlene. Oh, a message with a clerk. Oh, Varshan wanted to come with us, but we don't need him. He can stay here with his one eye and his sister. I have been through the quest list for Dawn Trail. The main scenario quest list for Dawn Trail, obviously. And worked out how I'm going to break them down in terms of streams. I think there's going to be 12 streams of main scenario quest for Dawn Trail and then 2 streams of patches, because I think almost certain by the time we get there we'll have had patch 7.2 or 7.15, 7.2 probably. So yeah. Also, my plan is. Excuse me, I'm very froggy throat there. Let's do this. A warm and hearty welcome. Nice. Cutscene. Got a cutscene. Brilliant cutscene. Boom. Yes, we are coming. It's not voiced, so that's fine. So yeah, my plan is. So we'll start as Viper, because Viper's at 90. And I don't think there's any point at which we cross. Oh, might be, I don't know. Yes, Erenville is back with a mysterious heal. Oh, we're off to the studio. So yeah. So the plan is to start with Viper because Viper's at level 90. And obviously Dragoon's level 92. So we'll start with level 90. And then we'll probably swap between them. No, wrong one. I've gone to the wrong one. I wanted to go to the studio, not the Rostra. Oh, what? Is this not the stadium? Oh, where are we supposed to go? There. It would have just been easier to walk. Where is Erenville? There he is.
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important.
Well, I was standing outside the Megadu to just chill in, but...
I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
New to who?
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce.
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
But it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
Wouldn't surprise me. Here she is.
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is him. The adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain he's no ordinary man. I'm Wuklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Tulihuela.
It's
Something's
Tural's
ringing a bell.
governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Sure, why not? Not doing anything else.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The Rite of Succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you.
Did
A
he know?
mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
And I'm also here. I assume they're
She
talking
asked
about
who
Graha.
Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
I suppose.
Wait, let's all just slow down.
It's a jaunt, Graha. It's a jaunt. We just go.
Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
No, it's a Mamulja.
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with two heads besides.
Yeah, so get bent, Graha.
He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
That is what matters.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me. Now, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda.
Ooh, a legendary beast.
Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
Sure, why not?
We're going to get along, you and I. Tural has no shortage of unexplored frontiers and deadly fiends. You'll never want for excitement, I promise you.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions.
Oh, well. We tried.
So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
Okay. Ooh, 15 minutes in and we've already completed a quest. One of our 3 quests. Ooh. Who are we talking to? Grahatir. The game is afoot. Grahatir appears equal parts bewildered and excited. Boom, 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 boom. What did she suggest? We're going for tea. Oh, for hunt. Yes, we are on a hunt. Let's go back to Nam. Harm. That was it. Boom, boom. Oh no, we angered everything when we were there collecting ether. Alright, let's go and help someone in need. We are an adventurer after all. Cryles deep in thought. What? You're coming with us? There's no books to read. We're going to be hitting things in the face with axes and pokey sticks and whatever Graha does. Oh, I'm off. Oh, we're all off. Nice. Let's just walk. Then we won't get lost. So I'm thinking of adding a Sunday stream. Sunday afternoon, because there's a new gaming evening that happens quite close to me. Close enough to walk. And the big advantage of walking is I can have beer. I can be proper social drinker. It's been so long since I've been able to be a proper social drinker. Yeah, so Sunday evenings are out because I'm either going to be playing D&D or I'm going to go into that. So I was thinking of doing Sunday afternoons before that. So again, it starts at 6, so I'd have to finish about 5, so I've got time to have a shower and get out of there. No, we're not doing that. I was going for some hunts. We're not doing hunts. Yeah, so I might do. It wouldn't start tomorrow, but I might next week. I might start with a Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, Sunday afternoon stream. Might even start it earlier. Oh, it's an instance. Let's go and do this instance. Let's get going.
From here, we must walk.
Boo.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural. Ooh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes like.
It's thinking exactly the same thing about you.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know.
Sounds like she has previous on that.
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
He has. Kona's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in this city. He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
His beloved studium.
He
Don't
went
think
to
it
the
belonged to him.
studium. Your brother must be quite a scholar.
Or has a rich daddy.
But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? When such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He's calling you a liar, Wook. What are you going to say?
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
You get no argument for me, apparently.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
Oh, we're commencing.
The researchers should be just ahead.
Which way are we going this way?
There. The building to the northeast.
There's a building to the northeast.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me.
Oh, how do we do this?
Right.
Oh, this.
Let's hunt our fill.
It's been a while. Not walk. Probably don't want to beat up the person we're supposed to be helping. There. Something's died. They're attacking the
Look.
sheep.
Someone's in trouble.
That's sheep. Oh no, wait. Oh no, the sheep are attacking. Wow.
Taste my axe.
I'm just.
These animals are usually so docile.
They are sheep. Oh, why'd you keep targeting it? Why not just target the nearest enemy? It's at this point though that I start thinking, have I got my settings correct? There, we've killed the ham caribou. Oh, wait, let's go and talk to hard-pressed surveyor. I may have done something of the sort.
You really are famous.
Yes, I really are.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Famous enough that I can just walk around whenever I like, though, eh?
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
Ooh, concerned researcher. What's he concerned with? Creature of unknown origins. Bet it's from that new place. Alright, what are we doing?
I'll handle this.
I will also help.
Still.
Even into my game.
Is that all?
Boom, boom. I suspect
Come
not.
on. Let's pick up the creature's trail.
I see. We've got no actual trail. Let's run, because, you know, we don't have all day, even though we literally have all day. Why are they still stood over there? Oh. Whopping great carcass. That definitely wasn't there before.
These claw marks. I've seen their like before.
Definitely.
It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Starting to seem like a walk around a field. Tattered plumage.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume it's even safe to eat?
animal leavings.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it
Fresh.
cannot be far.
Fresh poopy. Oh. It's not what I intended to do, I'm going to be honest.
Do you suppose they're
That's
upset
what I
we disturbed their
intended to do.
hope?
I didn't get upset with trying to stab them. I
Who
think
knows?
that's what's got them.
If they're spoiling for a fight,
Mostly.
hey, got one.
Don't want to stick your lance in their side. They're not going to be
Let's
most
head back and
pleased.
report what we found.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Oh. Apparently not.
Ah! What is that thing?
Worthy of pride? Right. Trying to eat on stream again.
It speaks?
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Really, Erenville? You're not going to come along and chuck shoes at it?
Come, Woklamat.
Right.
Wuklamat or Wuslamat? I love Wuklamat. She's brilliant. I'm going to suggest, as someone who can't do one-handed pull-ups, that would hurt a lot.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Is that not what startled is?
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm
Rahagezen?
getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Clearly, it's a giant troll. That's what that is.
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Alright, let's see how many times we can die to this thing. I'm guessing at least once. Let's get rid of the map. Target, focus target, you know, just in case. And then
Talk all you like, bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you.
you seem fairly carnivorous.
Ah, shut up already, you blasted bird!
Look out!
No, puddles! Oh, puddle. Oh, shit. Go over here.
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
That's what she said.
Not good. Quickly, gather together.
Is that what that means? Oh no, we're gooed.
I've got you.
We're in the goo. Lovely. Right, you can give us in? Oh, yes.
That was too close.
Steady now.
Ah, I knew we'd be alright. Wish he'd stand still.
Damn it.
Spread out, everyone!
Is that what that means?
You pay for that.
Oh. Oh shit. Oh, that was easy. Nope. I've got to attack this as well. Probably should have done whoop on that first. Being as I suspect it ends if she dies. Oh.
Thank you.
Run, Wook! Run!
Just getting started.
Actually, I'd say we're about halfway, thankfully. Go back over here. Should have realised. Poison? Well, not doctors. But it's not really poison. Oh, it's got wings. Let's clip its wings.
That was hardly a tickle. Try this. Nothing to it.
Okay.
We have you now, you loudmouth bastard!
He sweared. She did big swears.
Throw everything you have at it.
No, I'm just gonna sit here and tickle it with a feather. Which would probably be more effective. Do 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 do. Bow 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 bow.
And I had barely limbered up.
Lol.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Oh, only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt.
Ooh.
But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Or language.
Dirty tricks, dirty tricks.
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Do we have to fight
Leave
it again?
this to me!
Oh. Oh. Oh, look, she's going to paint it.
How about you?
It's going to be so embarrassed it'll run away. Oh no, it died of paint. Kryle's wearing jeans.
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
They should be.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
And are the researchers safe?
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
She's well pleased with herself.
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
I imagine she was accosted by a Moogle in Gridania.
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin.
Yes?
Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute.
And you decided painting was the way to do it.
And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer. With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy. As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Oh, she's wearing that earring.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Daddy issues.
Yes,
Granddaddy
there is.
issues.
This letter from Tuli Yolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
Woo, Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
It's definitely a letter. An
I can say
authentic-
for a fact that my father didn't write this.
Ooh.
Given how culturally diverse Tulihyolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, it would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tulihyolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means.
You can give it later in the pub when we're not having a cutscene.
After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
Such a snob. Yes, the Calibri meat. Oh, stuck on the prow of a ship. How embarrassing. Oh, where are we going? Oh yeah, over here. Jamming way. Hello, Dickon. Yay, it's on the house. That's a lot of food. A lot of meat.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
Nom 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 nom. Nom nom. She didn't even chew it.
I'd heard that Charlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Apparently they don't have spicy food in Tural.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
Lol, 0.
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Sharlayan.
It's nothing I can't handle.
That's a question. Can you get used to spice?
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
I mean, that's all he's
Would
done
I be
so far.
correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
About 3 hours.
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
Oh.
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
I suspect that's why he didn't tell you.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
See, I was right.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
Poor Juan.
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
Seems rude.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war.
Ooh, she's
I
upset.
can't allow it.
Well, don't then.
No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler
Lovely.
of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures. And there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal?
Sure, why not?
You don't need to decide right this moment,
But I've already decided.
but I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you.
Tammy does look nice.
Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Okay. If I can have the cauliflower, said no one. Ever. Alright, see you later, Erenville. Let's just have the money. The game is no longer afoot, but we are going to talk to Grahar. The coming dawn. Grahar here is mulling over what you have learned of Woclamat and her plan. Sure, Numenon. Alright. Let's go and find the Numenomicon. Grahai is a lot like Ishtola in that his answer to most things is, let's go to the library. Yeah, no, it would have been quicker. Would have been quicker to walk. I do not doubt. Oh, we can't run. Oh, there's 4. We got to read 4 books. Oh. Blue covered book. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practice of the Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tural. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the cerulean deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under the shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Wallaki's art and make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this colour, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Wallaki. I cannot think of the name more fitting to honour the people for whom this noble magic was born. There you go. What else have we got? Granville. There's a leather-bound book. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three-gate continents and Tural. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both the northern and southern hemispheres, and a difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east to west, but harsher when moving north to south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Allegans, who rose to power in Aldenard before advancing east into Ilsabard. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tural waged war with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in the open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Since such was the way of it, until the leader of the Mamul Jar succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it is a testament to the Autarch's greatness. You're watching Reading Hour with Clockson. Faded tome. I might need my glasses for this one. The flora and fauna of Tural. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tural is no exception. Yet while some of the creatures have become familiar in sight in Eorzea, many and more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca. Accustomed to Tural's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Weithra, or Wyvra, who knows? This ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Tural. The Mamul Jar have succeeded in taming them and utilised their prodigious strength for manual labour. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the Weaver is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this horned brute's rampage. Valley Hamanda. Turali folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. There we go. We're uncertain. Alright, let's go one last book in the Numenomicon. And it's a shed book. It's an unblemished book. Eorzean cuisine, a history. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tural. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popoto. These crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the 6th Astral Area, when a Laminsan sailor named Kettenram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the theretofore unknown continent. Kettenram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamuljar. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Kettenram would return to Tural several times, but during his first expedition he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsulaminster. The most notable of these was the popoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Kettenram's expeditions to Tural. Many tantalizing recipes such as bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City reached our shores by way of his ship. To those outside of Kettenram's circle, Tural largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Ooh, we've perused. And we can read them again if we want. I'm not. This is all recorded. You can watch the VOD if you want to hear them again. Or play the game yourself. We don't want to get beaten up by mammoths. Oh, it's snowing. Or is that ash? The fact that they have food in Tural. Nigh 80 years ago. Alpacas! I learned about alpacas. It's so fluffy and rideable. I see you read about them as well. Oh, it's Alize. What a surprise. I think the twins have turned up. Oh, really? We're about to go to a place where differing cultures of histories all meet together. They're coming with us, aren't they? We'll rest easy by going and involving ourselves in someone else's politics. Typical twins. Typical twins. I'm not one to rest either. I always feel guilty if I do nothing for an extended period of time. like more than 5 minutes. Ooh, we are hidden by the tree. Where are we going now? Speak with Grahatir again. Where is he? Ah, he's at the end of this footpath. Let's run so that we can speak to him sooner. Speak to me, Grahatir.
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story.
Long story.
What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Worklamat's request?
Well, I've paid for the expansion, so probably accept.
Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not?
Yes.
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenon. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think.
Lol.
It's an...
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another. Ah, but there's an idea.
Oh, he's given himself an idea.
I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Enough with the cryptic stuff. Are you going to come back as a painter as well? Oh, he's going to come back as a photographer. Or a cheesemonger. He's going to come back as a cheesemonger. It's that guy, Thancred. I can't roll my R's. Cannot roll my R's in any way, shape, or form. Where are we heading? Oh, back into here. Hello, Ojika Sanjika. Yes, might as well. Oh, wait in the main hall. Yes. Ooh, I'm going to walk all the way over here now to destination. Cutscene.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
All right. I'm not going to steal Star Trek lines.
Excellent. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. But I dare say your time in Tural will be its own reward.
Maybe.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
Some twins and a Braha. Who's like the third twin, but not barely.
Alphano, Alize! What are you two doing here?
They're butting in on our thing. That's what they're doing.
We happened to
doing.
cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who were sneaking after Erenville as toads.
Yeah.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
It's a funny story.
First impressions last.
"'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphano Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize."
Leave some
Oh
butt
no,
to kiss the
let's
rest
not
of
do
us.
that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Oh no. Oh no, you don't get out of this.
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Yes. Yes, she
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
It'll be fine.
You have nothing to worry about.
What you need is an order sitter, you know, like a house sitter, but for the order.
I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
Oh, no Graha.
But, Raha...
Boom, boom, boom.
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
Sure, why not?
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
A doser. Not a doser. Poster?
There.
The Spice Girls? Oh, map.
This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loperids. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Yay! Yay. It's a small map. What they need is a painter to paint that map, but bigger. Over the one behind it. It's looking very Earthworld map right now. End credits! Let's see if there's any like cut scenes or anything or pictures. 'Cause we're not seeing to all of it. We're not insane. It's got like 30 minutes or something. Let's get through the voice cast and then we'll skip. I think technically we still have to end the quest. Nigel Pilkington. Oh. Dean Reed. Living Way. Harry Oscarson did Sleeping Way. I assume that the second one down is English. What other languages do they do? Is it French and German, or like German and Spanish or something? Ashdaya was only done by Anna Rust, which is fine because no one would understand what Ashdaya was saying anyway. I see all of these gods' names and I'm like, ooh, I don't think I've done that bit. I think I've done the starting quest for it. No, I haven't, not on this one. On my main I've done the starting quest for it, but I've not actually gone into the thing. Anyway, presumably we'll do this, we'll finish the quest, and then we'll do a very short stream today. But we're done. We have finished Endwalker. and its patches, and we are able to move straight on next week to Dawntrail, which, as I said, I'm expecting. Oh, and a rusted Zeromus as well. Weird. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So next Friday we'll start Dawntrail. Next Saturday we'll start Dawntrail. Like I said, I've planned. I've strategized. Oh, I'm into developers now. No one wants to know who developed it. Yes, we'll skip. I've strategized and planned. Ooh, a rugged heavy knapsack. A rugged and ready knapsack. Nice. Oh, of course, there's another cutscene. Why was I thinking we'd be done soon? Isn't a still.
When does the next ship set sail?
Depends where you're going, I'd imagine.
May I ask your destination?
See, he agrees.
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
West, you say?
It's not really a destination, more of a direction. Guessing Estinian's going to be there then. Ooh, more meanwhiles. It says meanwhile in Old Charlian. I mean, we're in Old Charlian, so it should be meanwhile just round corner. Uphill.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Fate or story writers.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember. Come, my friend. We make for Taral.
Okay. See you there, I suppose. Ooh, got dark all of a sudden.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
Yeah, I think we have now.
Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offord's north?
I don't know.
The fabled golden cities of the New World.
We're about to go there. We anchor now. The tide is high, and dawn of a new adventure is nigh. Not a row forth to break horizon's bond and tread the gilded path beyond. We have to row? I was hoping it would be a sailing ship. Emmett Selk. I do love Emmett Selk. He's my favourite non-player character. Yes. Okay, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining. It's been a very short stream, but we didn't have a lot to do. Next week we will be starting with Dawn Trail on Saturday. Potentially a LEGO stream on Sunday. I need to think about it. Work out what I'm doing. Because there's a Blood on the Clock Tower night at my local pub. So, I say local. The pub that's like a 25-minute walk away. Yeah, okay. Right. So yeah, okay. Thank you very much for joining. I'm gonna flip onto the weed on screen. Just in case you were unsure as to whether or not we were done. Yeah, I don't think there's much more to say. I'm just trying to find the thing. Okay. Right. Again, thank you very much, and I will see you next week.